in the Coachella Valley for over 27 years, and we are the #1 rated attraction in the Greater Palm Springs area on TripAdvisor. We're going to provide you with a video preview of what you'll experience on our world-famous San Andreas Fault Tour. This 3-hour Jeep tour winds its way through our private 840-acre Metate Ranch in the Colorado Sonoran Desert, just north of Indio. On this fun and educational tour, you'll explore and discover a beautiful palm oasis, a recreated Cahuilla Indian village, and the tortured and twisted landscape of the San Andreas Fault. The Palm Oasis. A highlight of the tour is a visit to the beautiful and private Palm Oasis. You will learn about the ecology of the oasis and the native palm of the Southern California and Washingtonian Folifera. See the water forced up by the fault running out of the ground. Native palms are also a key feature of this area. You might even spot some native wildlife. Back in the Jeep, and after a short journey, you will be guided through our recreated Cahuilla Indian village. Here you will see exhibits and learn how the native people survived in the harsh desert environment. Beautiful ponds accent the landscape, and an ancient metate is visible from the village. Step inside the sweat lodge and imagine getting ready for a hunt. Journey along the fault line to the other side of the ranch to experience the twisted and tortured landscape of the fault. Guides will talk about the geology of the area, and you will have a chance to hike into the fault in a spectacular slot canyon. Hiking through the canyons is a highlight of the tour. Riding through the fault, you will be amazed by the beauty that Mother Nature has created here. You may even see an area we call the Wave, a unique geological feature. For more information, please call 760-324-5337, and our reservationists can book your next tour. We can also provide more information about our other tours, including Indian Canyons and Painted Canyons of the Mecca Hills. If you prefer a tour in a climate-controlled vehicle, then ask about our Palm Springs City and Celebrity Tour, Windmills to the Whitewater, or Joshua Tree National Park. Private and custom tours are also available. Life is an adventure. Make it a desert adventure.
Well, that was quite a journey into the San Andreas Fault. We've now traveled 1.5 miles right into the center line of the fault zone. The San Andreas Fault runs about 700 miles approximately through the continent and 300 miles into the Pacific Ocean. At its narrowest point, it's 200 feet wide. Widest point, it's 3.5 miles wide. At this point here, 2.25 miles wide, and we've got 1.5 miles. We're standing right in the center. To my left, you're looking at uplift from the Pacific Plate, and to my right, the North American Plate. They're literally colliding right under us, creating the uplift that we've journeyed into. And as they rise up and press, and the weathering takes place, water and wind opening up, creating a slot that allows us to walk right up between them and be standing in the center line. So let's go inside and check it out. Okay, now out there we're actually in a pretty safe area. Now welcome to the worst possible spot you could be in. We're literally standing right between these two plates, Pacific, North American, uplift in a slot. And this is continually rising. It's important to understand the plates are colliding at this point, and this uplift is continually happening. The plates literally slide about 1.5 inches, 2 inches a year at the present rate. So every 10 years, they're moving almost a foot. And we're sliding this North American plate, sliding up the western part of the coast area here. And as they rise up and push up, and then the erosion takes place, the wind and the weathering, opening up the slot that we're standing in here. You can feel the sides, it feels nice and solid, but listen. Pretty hollow. You could see in a major quake we had it right now, we'd be in a very, very serious trouble here. Up above us are many, many small rocks, and before we ever felt or heard or saw that earthquake in any form, we'd be showered with small rocks. That tells you it's coming. You don't want to go running out because things are going to be falling down, so the best thing would be to dive under here. You see, you think this is solid, it's not. It's granite, feldspar, gypsum, and quartz ground for millions of years, compressed together, and you can literally break this right off just like that. And Put that on your fireplace now and pretend it's a big, nice, fancy rock. Put your name on it, and then when someone comes in, you turn into the Incredible Hawk. You can turn it to powder in your hands. Fault gouge, and it's just like talcum powder. You would think it would wash away in the flash floods. Not at all. The minute the water touches this, it seals instantly. That's why we have flash floods. You see, the water can't absorb into this soil, rushing down through the arroyo, down to our valley below, giving us the flash floods. But here, it's fault gouge, and we're standing right in the center of it, constantly rising. And because of the pressure of that, these mountains around us are among the fastest rising mountains in the world today. What you're looking at here is a recreation of a Cahuilla village called Paltowet. The Cahuilla lived in this valley 2,000 and 3,000 years ago. They're the original people of our valley here. They lived in huts like this called kish. You'll see there's a hole in the top that allows the heat to rise up and draws cool air in, keeping them quite cool in the summer. They had access to many things here in the valley, such as gourds. They could be cut open and used to create bowls or water scoops. And you notice we have water flowing right down into the village off to the side here. That's because we're sitting on the fault line, and wherever there's a crack or a fissure, the water rises up and flows down, giving us access to fresh water as well. The water system you see here cascades down through 3 different pools. This upper pool here was your cooking and drinking water. Then right down below me here was your bathtub, and down to the lower area was industrial uses, tanning hides and that type of thing. You notice the wonderful plants that are around you. This greenish bush right here, the mesquite, was a great source of nutrition for the Native Americans. It's called honey mesquite. Tastes just like a Honey Nut Cheerio. Is a great source of protein and used to create their breads. The darker green one you see there is called arrowweed and used to create arrow shafts and spears. So basically everything you see in our desert was alive and edible on the basis of foods and medicines that were used by the Cahuilla. Another plant of great value to the Cahuilla was the Washingtonian Folifera. This is the same plant used to make the shell of the kish that you looked at. The Washingtonian Folifera is the only palm that's native to our valley. And the Folifera comes from the fibers you see hanging. This is a great source of material for them, such as your sewing threads. You could easily come in here and pull some of these off of a frond, and you've got your sewing threads. And when you eventually come up with a large group of them, you now have a whole handful of thread. So you have fine threads, but if you want to turn this into something more substantial, such as a rope to build things or basket, you twist them towards you and away from you, and very quickly you will come up with a rope. Simply by twisting the fibers and causing them to bind into each other, you can create a rope. And now you've got the beginning of hats, baskets, sandals, whatever you want to make from this, simply using the fibers in the palm. You can imagine if I can do this in 30 seconds. The tribe were working on this, and the children were gathering fibers, and the women working on this here as a project. By the end of the day, they'd have yards and yards and yards of really cool rope, just like that, using the fibers from the plants. Again, everything is used by the Cahuilla. They understood the use of every plant in this valley. They were a remarkable group of people, fascinating to what they knew about all the plants we have here. We drive by thinking, oh, it's nothing but scrub brush. Wrong. It's a wonderful, wonderful array of medicinal plants, foods, and fibers to be used for many, many purposes.
Cast on Outback Explorers is Anne Bailey.
Hello, Matthew.
Stephen Stockwell.
Adventurer. How's it going,
Jessica
man?
Stockwell.
How was that exciting?
Very exciting, Matthew.
Stockwell.
Up when we went.
Was it?
Really?
And we are.
All right, guys.
And Matthew Stockwell. And we are the Desert Explorers. over.
Matthew, I think we are passing now through Stony Desert.
Betoota, population 1. Let's get a better look at that sign. Why have you come out to the Simpson Desert?
I'm looking for the heart of Australia. I know it's around here somewhere, and I'm keen to commune with it.
Okay. Why have you come to the Simpson Desert?
I've come to explore a part of Australia that I have never seen before.
First sandhill into the Simpson Desert. Big Red. It's not that red, is it? And I'm not even sure if it is. Big Red. But we're going to conquer it nonetheless. I gotta hold on. Whoa, bumpy.
How's it going? About halfway.
Bumpy ride.
Woohoo!
Bumpy ride.
It's a bumpy bit. Now we're going round the left.
The water's leaking.
Hey, third vehicle in convoy. When you get to the top, just pause because there's a bit of a drop. We're on our way down now.
We got water coming down. We got water coming down, Matthew.
I know. It's quite bumpy. We're losing precious water. Hurry. We have sprung a leak. We are just fixing it after coming over Big Red. There's many flies.
There he goes. I'll follow him up.
Mum.
I'm following Bill up, Matthew.
Off you go.
What's stuck at the tip?
Off you go.
There he goes.
Yeah, Steve, you'll have to give it to it. It's just bad, but you're right at the top there. Over.
You got it?
Read your bill. We'll let you just get down off that crest and we'll be on our way.
Little Red, conquering.
Thanks, Sneeze. Over and out.
Easier. I will not get bad footage this time. Okay. As long as it's not that bumpy.
Up we go, up we go, up Tiger, on Dixon!
Yay, I managed to keep it. And they drop.
Watching the drop.
How's that drop, Matthew? Whoa!
What's that drop?
Oh, you're gonna love this country.
Drop again.
Woohoo! Here we drop. Whoa!
This is easier than Big Red.
Okay, give it. Ready? Whoa!
Whoa! What about that one? Desert floor. Heavily ridden on.
Hello, here he comes, Josh Castle.
These are going to be our camels. And we're going to be going out here. We're just getting ready at the moment. Right, this is us on the camel. That's Sean in front. And we're heading on my camel here into the sunset.
Sahara's that way. Atlas is that way.
Atlas is that way, and the Sahara is that way. So I've been told. And apparently Timbuktu's over that way. 52 days. 52 days by camel that way. This is our camp over here. Fantastic stuff. After so long on a camel, I'm not sure how long, but quite a long time. Apparently that wasn't our home like I thought it was. I was getting too excited. But I think this could be our home here. I kind of hope it is. And we are heading towards it, so it looks really, really promising. This looks like... Well, no, we're going past it. Oh my god. This is not it. Ah! Now this is our home for the night. Ta-da! We've arrived at last. Yay! This is home sweet home for the night. We've just got off the camels, left them behind. They're going to have a little sleep now, I think. And yeah, here we are.
Toilet here? Yeah. Oh, here.
Ah, toilet. Fantastic. It's good to know about the toilet. And we got Sean on the whatever it is. Well, here I am, near the top of the sand dunes. Sunrise. It was just lovely. I think it must be nearly 7 o'clock or around 7 o'clock in the morning. So, that's it. This is our camp. We're leaving now. We've seen sunrise. It's time to go. We've got to get back on the camels. We've got a 2-hour camel ride back. That's where I slept. In there. Lovely and cosy. Best night's sleep so far. And now I'm going out because I have to go to get on the camel. You might be able to hear that. I don't know if you can hear the camel there. Can you? And there they are up there. That was another camp. They were our neighbours. That was us. And that was where up there. So, here we are, back on the camel again. Here's my camel. Quite a lot of us now. We've caught up with some of the others. Oh, I'm going downhill now. Whoa! It's okay. Right. And as you can see, still beautiful view. Lots of sand dunes. You know, the scary thing is when you get to one of these sand dunes, as you can see there, and when you're right on the very edge, and you think, oh, the camel's going to go, but it doesn't happen, thankfully, or it hasn't happened so far, and hopefully it won't do. Right. Okay. Still on the camel. The other people, they headed off in a different direction. So if you can see that, that's where we're going back to the end of our journey. So that's the last look at the scenery over there.